I'm doing part 4 assess Reddit stories.
I accidentally nutted in my teacher when I was a senior in high school.
What?
The teacher named Ms. Richards. She was smoking hot, and every guy in the school got nervous talking to her. She was 26 and had this big, beautiful smile that lit up the whole room. And she never yelled at a single kid. I was very lucky that she was a family friend of mine. So she, her parents, and her younger brother would come over for dinner quite often. She would joke with me and ask if I had started her homework yet, or whether I was prepared for the test that week. On one such occasion, she asked if I was ready.
Okay, she's a family friend of yours.
For her
That's
test,
kind of sweet.
and I told her I was really struggling. Being the kind teacher she was, she offered to help me study before dinner. So, she came up to my room. She started helping me,
Aw,
explaining
this is
some of the
nice.
material I was struggling with. But my eyes were locked on hers.
Yeah, okay.
I decided, F it, I might as well try. So I leaned in for a kiss. She pulled back, surprised. What are you doing?
She actually got some decent common sense.
She asked me. I've wanted you for so long. I responded. I began complimenting her smile, her eyes, her hair, until she was blushing and flustered. I leaned in for another kiss, and
Fuck.
this time she didn't pull away. We made out for a long time, and then she reached her hands down to my pants, and we started to freeze. It was the best Shrek I've ever had in my life. Hands down. I'm now 23, and she is 31, and I made plans to see her this weekend. I can't wait to hit that wet kitty cat again.
Fuck you. And fuck Miss Richards. Yeah, let's reread these comments. These are legends. Are reacting very fairly. No, I already seen this one.
My brother had an affair with my wife, and I found out the kid
Whoa,
I
whoa,
was
whoa,
raising
whoa,
was
whoa, whoa,
his.
hold on.
Now,
We starting
15 years later,
amazingly.
my brother's kids are jealous of my nephew and want me to treat them equally. Posted 3 days ago. Back when I was 24, I experienced the biggest betrayal of my life. My ex-wife Helen had an affair with my brother, Jason.
I hear how.
It wasn't just that I found out the kid I was raising for nearly 3 years wasn't mine, but Jason's. We got divorced, and I made sure she was drained in the divorce. After that, they got married, and I just told Jason he was dead to me. And whatever kids he brings into this world, I won't ever consider them my family. Skip to now. His eldest is 15. I don't interact with him or his other siblings. Jason had 3 other kids. I'm not rude to them. Civil at most. I won't lie. I favor my other nieces and nephews from my youngest sister only over them. I take them out, buy them stuff. I genuinely enjoy spending time with them, and I know they do too. And I love them with all my heart. I'm not married. Don't plan to ever again. Smiley face, just in a long-term relationship. I have a well-paying job. With that, I have more than enough money to spend on my little loves. And I don't shy away from doing so with reason, of course. Recently, I bought a new monitor and PC for Tyler. He loves gaming and all that jazz. His last one was getting older, and I thought he needed an upgrade. I ended up taking him out 2 days ago, and when I came to pick him up, Jason and his family were there. I just ignored Helen and Jason, said hi to my sister and the kids, then left with Tyler. We came back, and obviously, he was bragging about it and showing it off. I could tell Jason's kids were jealous, but that wasn't my issue. Tyler went upstairs to set it up, and she left with the other kids. My brother had an affair with my...
I kind of feel bad for them, though. I can't even lie. Getting born in a... because of the dipshit decisions or your dad is kind of sad.
Update, my son ended up plowing the heck out of me. I smiled, thinking he was about to...
Just what?
Instead, he whispered, "Mom, do you know why I really wanted us to come here alone?" His voice was soft, almost too casual for the weight of the question. I paused, a knot forming in my stomach. "Why?" I asked cautiously. "I wanted to tell you something. Something I've been keeping to myself for a long time." He sounded serious now, which made my mind race. What could he possibly be holding back? There was a long silence, then he pulled back slightly, propping himself up on his elbow so he could look me in the eyes. Mom, I know you're not really my mother. I blinked. What? What are you talking about? He nodded, his face completely earnest. I found
I
out
never mentioned it, but the food is peak.
a few months ago. I did a DNA test on a whim. It came back saying you and Dad aren't my biological parents. That's why I started digging, trying to figure out the truth. I sat up, my heart pounding in my chest. What? How could that be? I gave birth to you. I was there. I remember everything. He shook his head slowly. I don't know how to explain it either. But the DNA doesn't lie. I didn't want to believe it at first. But then I found some old letters. They were from a woman who claimed to be my real mother. She said there was a mix-up at the hospital. I was speechless. How could this be possible? And Mom, he continued, it wasn't just a random mix-up. This woman, she's Dad's old lover. He knew about it all along.
No.
I gasped.
Oh no. Oh no.
What? No, that can't be. He nodded again, his face dark. I confronted him after I found the letter.
Oh no. Oh no. Serious note. Fuck that dad. Fuck the dad. He needs warm pillows for the rest of his life.
And he admitted it. He said he stayed with you because he didn't want you to know. He didn't want you to find out the truth. And he figured after all these years, it wouldn't matter anymore. I was reeling, my mind spinning with the revelation. 30 years of marriage shattered in a moment. The affair, the lies, the hidden truth about my own son. But why now? I asked, my voice barely a whisper. Why are you telling me this now? He looked down, his face unreadable. Because, Mom, or whoever you are, I needed you to know the truth before I cut ties with Dad and you. I can't keep pretending anymore. And with that, he rolled over, turned his back to me, and fell silent. The room felt like it was spinning. My world had just crumbled in the space of a few minutes. And I was left lying there next to the person I thought was my son, but who in reality was a stranger. Update: my son.
I could do one more.
Saw my best friend riding my brother. Instantly, I felt the wave of jealousy.
Huh? Okay, bro. That's an interesting way to start, I guess.
And anger surged through me. I had been in a relationship with my brother for months. And I couldn't
What the fuck?
believe she was doing this to me. I quietly shut the door
Fuck you!
and ran back to the kitchen to calm down. I needed to find out what was going on. I grabbed a glass of water and slowly walked back to the bedroom. My hands were trembling and my heart was pounding. I opened the door, and what I saw stopped me in my tracks. They were touching each other, like he used to in the past with me. My best friend,
What the what?
the girl I had trusted and confided in, was in my bed with the person I had loved and cared for. I
Oh, right, bro. Why didn't the Sweet Home Alabama is this fucking story?
felt a knot in my stomach.
I
and my
actually agree
vision
with your
blurred.
friend, you
I
stupid
wanted to
bitch.
scream, but my mouth wouldn't open. Although I tried to control my emotions, I was unable to contain the flood of feelings that were running through me. I was angry, betrayed, and heartbroken. I felt an overwhelming urge to leave the room and never come back. But as I was about to turn around and walk out, I noticed something strange. My brother and my best friend were both crying. I realized that they weren't together out of love, but out of desperation. The argument with her mother had been more serious than I thought.
What desperation, dog?
My brother had given her a place to stay, and they had leaned on each other for comfort.
A place to stay and for her to get blown.
He had been there for her, like I had been there for him in the past. The anger and jealousy I had felt before quickly changed to understanding and sympathy. I could see how impossible the situation had been for both of them. In that moment, I knew that if I wanted to forgive them, I needed to let go of the past and start fresh. I slowly backed away from the door and opened the kitchen window, allowing the sun's rays to enter our home. With a deep breath,
Yeah, no.
I let
fuck
go of the
this
hurt
shit.
and pain of
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
the past.
I'm gonna read the comments real quick and then end this shit.
And I was ready to move on. I saw my best friend riding my brother. Instantly,
Fuck
I
you.
felt the wave of jealousy